Home is where the heart is, but if you've ever been permanently injured, home can be a nightmare.
All of a sudden, doing simple things like showering or walking down the stairs become obstacles.
Homes for Our Troops builds specially fitted houses for wounded veterans. Meet Specialist Bryant Jacobs.
He's mine. He's my boy. He is my boy.
28-year-old Specialist Bryant Jacobs is the apple of his grandparents' eye. After graduating high school, Jacobs moved into his grandparents' home right outside of Salt Lake City, Utah.
Well, he was always terrific. He was always here for anything we needed done.
The tables soon turned when Specialist Jacobs was severely injured by a roadside bomb in Iraq in December 2004.
I flew out of the truck, landed on my stomach, and the first thing I noticed was part of my finger was missing.
The injuries were far more severe, however, as Jacobs and his family learned at Walter Reed.
I'm missing all of this right here. I broke my femur about right here, so I had plates and screws that went in right there. This is where the colostomy was, and then this is where my intestines came out.
During his recovery, Jacobs learned about Homes for Our Troops, a nonprofit group dedicated to building specially adapted homes for wounded veterans.
I got a phone call saying, "We want you to come to Massachusetts and pick out your house."
Duncan Brands partnered with Homes for Our Troops and donated $100,000 for 10 homes, including one for Jacobs.
Our mission is to serve those who serve in our communities in the time of crisis. So every year we evaluate different organizations, and this year Homes for Our Troops fit our mission perfectly.
The mission is to build a home from the ground up in 3 days, a job that would seem nearly impossible were it not for skillful and generous volunteers.
I'm absolutely overwhelmed on all of the projects by the amount of support we get locally. It's amazing, even in these tough economic times, people still step up to lend a hand and donate services and materials.
Specialist Jacobs' home will be customized to fit his physical needs.
I'll be able to sit down in the shower and not have to worry about falling. It'll have hardwood flooring, which, like I said before, is 100 times more forgiving than carpet. It'll have a roll-under sink. It's fully wheelchair accessible.
And of course, it'll have a room for Grandpa and Grandma to stay anytime.
Oh, he says, "Grandma, you can come live with me."
Jacobs hopes to move into the completed house later this summer. Crystal Park, Salt Lake City, Utah.